Forgotten by Design, Part 14, An Unexpected Visitor. The council quarters provided to Admiral Lansing were nothing short of luxurious. Decorated with sophisticated art from different parts of the galaxy and furnished with intricately designed pieces, it was a space fit for a dignitary. However, the fineries did little to put Lansing at ease. As he sat on the plush seat by the window, he gazed out into the alien skyline, a dance of colors and movements, light years away from home. The glow from foreign stars and the gentle hum of the floating city outside should have been soothing, but Lansing's thoughts were plagued by the fleeting image of the child in the market, an apparition that didn't fit into the vast cosmic puzzle he was piecing together. His fingers drummed on the armrest, tapping out the rhythm of his racing heartbeat. The echo of a soft knock broke his train of thought. It was an odd hour for visitors, and he wasn't expecting anyone. A little alert, he approached the door and, using the visual panel, saw the silhouette of a figure he recognized. It was Counselor Zerine, one of the most esteemed members of the Galactic Federation Council. His tall, slender form and elongated features denoted grace and wisdom. With a hint of surprise, Lansing activated the door mechanism. "Counselor Zerine," he greeted, his voice measured. "I wasn't expecting you. To what do I owe this late visit?" Zerine's usual stoic face held a gravitas that seemed even more profound tonight. "Admiral Lansing," he began, his voice gentle yet holding a gravity that underscored the urgency of his visit. "I apologize for the unexpected intrusion, but there is a matter of great sensitivity that I need to discuss with you. May I?" Understanding the seriousness of the situation, Lansing immediately gestured for him to come in, his military instincts sensing the weight of the upcoming conversation. "Of course, please," he replied, guiding the counselor to a sitting area. As Zerine took a seat, the ambient lights in the room dimmed slightly, adapting to the preferences of its current occupants. The atmosphere grew even more intimate, with only the distant lights of the floating city providing a soft glow. Zerine took a moment, collecting his thoughts. "I understand that your time here at the Federation has been overwhelming, to say the least," he started, "and while the journey so far has been primarily diplomatic and celebratory, not everything we encounter in this vast universe is simple or pleasant." Lansing nodded slowly, feeling a growing tension. "I'm listening, Counselor." The alien's eyes, deep pools of shimmering blue, locked onto Lansing's. "It's come to my attention, Admiral, that during your tour with Talon you may have seen something unexpected, something that has left you with more questions than answers." For a brief moment, Lansing's stoicism wavered, replaced by genuine surprise. The marketplace, the child, how did the counselor know? With a deep breath, he replied, "Yes, it's true. I thought I glimpsed a human child. I can't explain it, but it's been gnawing at me." Zerine nodded solemnly. "It's essential that you know the truths of our history, especially as your world prepares to join us. It won't be easy, but it is necessary." Lansing straightened, his senses sharp. "I'm ready to hear it, Counselor." Zerine leaned back, his gaze drifting momentarily to the night sky outside before refocusing on Lansing. "Very well, let's begin." And so, amidst the backdrop of an alien night, secrets from the annals of cosmic history prepared to unfold. Secrets of the Past. Counselor Zerine, looking even more majestic in the dim light of the chamber, took a deep, deliberate breath. "Admiral Lansing," he began, "our Federation has stood for eons, upholding peace, cooperation, and the advancement of knowledge. But like any vast entity, we have had elements that didn't align with our ideals." Lansing's brow furrowed, sensing the gravity of the revelation that was about to unfold. He sat still, eyes locked onto the counselor, waiting for him to continue. Zerine paused, choosing his words carefully. "Many millennia ago, rogue elements within our Federation made covert visits to your planet, Earth. Their motives were far from the values we hold dear. They saw potential in humanity's adaptability, resilience, and, of course, the very DNA that makes you unique." Lansing leaned forward, his curiosity mixed with a growing unease. What did they want with humans? The counselor's expression grew more somber. "These rogue factions saw your ancestors as assets, tools to be used for their gain. They abducted humans, taking them away from their homes, their families, their world. A cold shiver ran down Lansing's spine as the weight of Zerine's words began to settle. "You're telling me they were taken as slaves?" Zerine nodded gravely. "And more. Some were used for labor, others as subjects of research. It's a dark chapter in our history, one that we have worked hard to rectify." Lansing's voice, usually so strong and authoritative, shook with disbelief and anger. "How could this have gone unnoticed by the Federation?" The counselor sighed. "The universe is vast, Admiral, and while the Federation strives for oversight, these factions operated in the shadows. But once their actions came to light, we acted swiftly and decisively." Lansing leaned back, trying to process the enormity of what he was hearing. "So what happened to these humans?" Zerine's tone turned softer, carrying a hint of empathy. "We intervened, putting an end to the abductions and the illicit operations. Those humans who were taken couldn't be returned to Earth due to the vast knowledge and experiences they had acquired, which could have unforeseen consequences for their home world. But we ensured they were no longer treated as commodities. We provided them with sanctuary, protection, and the rights that every sentient being in the Federation is entitled to." Lansing's eyes widened. "Are they still here?" "Yes," Zerine nodded. "These individuals over time integrated into our society. We gave them a new designation, Orions, referring to Earth's position in the Orion arm of the Milky Way. They've built lives, families, and identities here. Some have even joined our space navy, contributing to our collective goals." There was a long pause as Lansing absorbed this information. The thought of humans, his ancestors potentially, living among the stars for millennia was both awe-inspiring and heartbreaking. Breaking the silence, Lansing spoke. "I'd like to meet them if possible, to understand their perspective, their experiences." Zerine nodded understandingly. "It can be arranged. But, Admiral, it's essential you approach this with an open mind. Their experiences, while rooted in Earth's history, have evolved over millennia. Their narratives will be diverse and may not align with what we know or expect." Lansing nodded, determination burning in his eyes. "I understand, Counselor. This is a part of our shared history, no matter how painful. It's vital that we understand, learn, and move forward." Zerine, impressed by Lansing's resolve, responded, "Indeed, Admiral, we'll ensure you have this opportunity." As the weight of the revelation settled, both men knew that this was just the beginning of a profound journey of discovery and reconciliation. Facing the truth. Admiral Lansing sat in the quiet of his quarters, the hum of the space station barely audible. The room, which had earlier provided a comforting respite from the intricacies of interstellar diplomacy, now felt like a pressure chamber. The revelations from Counselor Zerine played in a loop in his mind, making it difficult to focus on anything else. He rose from his seat, pacing restlessly. The thought of humans, separated from their home, their lineage lost and reframed as Orions, was a harrowing realization. That such abductions had taken place, that a part of humanity's story was intricately woven with the stars. This was a truth Lansing had never fathomed. His fingers brushed against the proclamation Zerine had handed him. It was a meticulously crafted document, written in the universal language of the Federation, but with key details translated into human dialects for his understanding. As Lansing skimmed through the proclamation, he noted the unmistakable tone of remorse and responsibility. The Federation had genuinely tried to right a grievous wrong, granting the displaced humans rights, protection, and an identity. The proclamation detailed the locations and societies where the Orions had settled, the roles they'd taken on, and the efforts made to ensure their well-being. Many had chosen to reside in urban centers of various planets, forming tight-knit communities. A few had ascended to significant positions within the Federation, while others led simple lives, having found solace in the vast expanses of the cosmos. Lansing's heart ached as he imagined their stories, their memories of Earth, however distant, mingling with experiences in the Federation. Their culture would be a tapestry of Earth's history and their adopted home's traditions. He yearned to hear their tales, to understand their journey, and most importantly, to reconnect with this lost fragment of humanity. His train of thought was interrupted by a soft chime on his communication device. An encrypted message from the council member awaited him. Meeting arranged with representatives of the Orion's community tomorrow at the Galactic Nexus Hall. Lansing felt a mixture of anticipation and anxiety. How would the Orions perceive him? Would they view him as one of them or as a stranger from a past they'd long since moved on from? He attempted to sleep, seeking a brief escape from the whirlwind of emotions. But sleep remained elusive. His mind was filled with questions, images of faces he hadn't yet met but felt inexplicably connected to. Would they resemble Earth humans? Or had millennia in different environments molded them differently? Did they carry tales of Earth, passed down through generations? Or had the memories faded, replaced by new histories, new cultures, and new experiences? As the night deepened and the first hues of the galactic dawn began to shimmer outside his window, Lansing was filled with a determination. Regardless of the challenges and complexities that lay ahead, he would bridge the gulf of time and space. Earth's long-lost children deserved to know their origins, and humanity needed to embrace this newfound chapter of its vast, intricate saga. The reunion would be more than a mere meeting. It would be a celebration of resilience, of shared histories, and a future that held the promise of unity, understanding, and redemption.